Hello and welcome to Learning Freedom. I'm Rachel Plant and I hope you're all really well. Today I wanted to talk a bit about how when you make the decision to take your child out of school to home educate them, it's really about having a mindset shift. And the mindset shift that happens and needs to happen is around your relationship to the system. To the education system, to the wider society, to the system that we live within. And it's about, when we have children, there is a very sort of prescribed route that they take. At 4 or 5, they are expected to go to school and to be there for 11 years and then take GCSEs. And this is the way it's expected to go. But if you're starting to have doubts about your child being in school, if you're considering taking them out of that education system, it means that the education system is somehow failing your child. It's not working, whether it is not meeting their needs, or problems they have are not being addressed, or it's just not fulfilling their full potential, then that system is not working. And you're feeling that at a gut level, even though, you might have pushback from other people around you, friends and family, or the school or the local authority, who are saying, no, this is the way it should be. You have to keep them in school. Something is telling you that something's not right. And so, if you're watching a video like this, it means that you're starting to ask questions, you're starting to consider alternatives, you're starting to look around and find out, is it possible? Is it legal to home educate? How do you do it? How do other people do it? How many other people are doing it? Is my child going to have friendship groups? Are there, what about when they want to do GCSEs? You're starting to ask all of these kinds of questions and work out for yourself if you are going to be able to do it, if it's going to be right for you and your child. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to start to become less dependent on the accepted way of doing things, the way that we've always been told it has to be, and it should be, and is the best way for your child, because at a gut level that it's, or you absolutely know that the system is not working for your child. And so this is what you need to have. You need to really get away from this, this kind of blindly following the prescribed way of doing things, because home education doesn't come with a blueprint. There is no set curriculum that you have to follow. There is nothing handed down from the government to tell you how to do this. Every single home educating family is doing it in a really autonomous, independent way. They're working it out for themselves. And it isn't an easy journey. Starting to take back that responsibility for yourself and your family is not an easy journey. It's worth it. It's worth the struggle, and it's worth the frustration and the doubt, and all of these things come up when you start to do it, and as you continue through your journey. But they're an absolute necessary part of taking responsibility and having that mindset shift away from dependence on the system. When you start to really step into your own power, step into your own sovereignty, your own independence, and you start to feel into what feels right, what really feels right for you, rather than what you've always been told is the right way to do things. And so it really helps to have a support network of like-minded people. That's really, really important. So, so that you don't feel completely alone with it, because it can be, if you're on your own with this journey and you're making all of these decisions, you're working it all out for yourself, it can feel very isolating. And also, that probably the number one worry, actually, the parents, is how are my children going to socialise? How are they going to make friends? So finding those networks, finding those communities, and they do exist. They exist all over the UK and all over the world. And tapping into those people with that experience, people like me that are further down the journey, along the journey. You know, we've had some of the struggles that you're experiencing right now and how we've overcome them. You know, there is nobody who is in charge or knows more, because it's absolutely a personal journey for you and your family. But we can all share our experiences and what we've learned along the way, through trial and error. And it really is a kind of a trial and error experience. So yeah, that was, I just wanted to make a short video today and talk about this. It really is going from this place of dependence on the system and not having to think about it too much, just going along. This is what happens, this is how you're supposed to do it, to having to work it all out for yourself. And that is scary. That is it's scary, but you know what, it's exhilarating and it is amazing, and it's worth feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So is if it feels at a gut level, if it feels like it's in alignment with how you want to live, with how you want your child to experience their childhood. It really is worth the struggle and the fear and the worry and the anxiety to get to a place. I don't experience that today. I feel completely at peace with the decisions that I've made with home educating. Absolutely, I don't doubt it. Especially in the current climate, I absolutely know that I wouldn't want my child to be in school today, and I'm completely happy. Now, that's not to say that we don't have day to day, we don't have conflict and frustrations, and because all of the responsibility for her experience, her educational experience, is on me. And sometimes she has a different idea about how it should be. So I'm facilitating. I'm constantly facilitating her to have the best experience in life. And it can be it can be challenging. It can be difficult, but it's what I'm trying to get across is it's not always, most of our life is really smooth and in the flow and aligned, and it's we just have those times when we have to work things out, but we have to work them out for ourselves. Nobody's going to come in and do it for us. And so this is the difference. It's accepting that you are responsible for you and your family's experience in life, and such freedom within that. So hope that's helpful, and I'll speak to you again soon.